I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today. I have got quite a few things. I went ahead and like turned in all of my Sephora points, which I had a ton, for their new $100 perk. It's like 2,500 points and you get $100 for a gift card. So I kind of went a little crazy. I have not had a chance to use all of the new things that I purchased. Like I got all the new Huda gemstone palettes. I ordered them from Sephora and I haven't even dipped into them yet. But let me go ahead and get into this haul. I went to Ulta yesterday and I had heard that the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer was reformulated. I had tried this previously and I always thought that it was just too heavy and it always creased on me as well, so I hadn't used it for quite some time, and then I was like, oh, they reformulated it, I want to give it a try. And they have a really nice shade range. So I purchased the shade 10.5 Light C, so it's got a cool undertone. It's pretty light, it's definitely light enough for my skin tone. I used it today and I don't know if it's like the tears in my eyes, because I feel like the ultimate wear test for any makeup product ever is if it can go through my watery eyes. Then that's telling you something. I feel like there's something in there, almost like, okay, I feel like the water in my eyes is more stronger than the majority of most makeup removers. But anyway, I had done my face makeup and I had to go turn one of my horses out into the pasture. And so I took her up the road and it's kind of chilly out. We're like in the 30s, 40s. It's like full-blown fall-ish winter. It's showing snowflakes next week here. So my nose started to run and my eyes started to water, and I could feel it kind of going underneath my eyes and, you know, around. I didn't finish my makeup. I had my eye makeup and my lips left, but my face makeup was on, and this was just, it was all gone underneath my eyes when I got in the house. So it's definitely not waterproof for me. It does not pass the eye juice waterproof test. So it was already gone underneath my lash line, and then it just looked really bad. So I was trying to fix it, and I thought that I had to, you know, put a little bit of translucent powder on there to kind of make things stay a little bit better. And throughout the day here, it's like almost 5 o'clock, so I've had this makeup on for roughly 7 hours. It just continues, it goes from, I don't know where it's coming from, man, but it keeps traveling up into my little eye rolls, my little crinkles underneath my eyes, and it's just sitting in there. It just looks, my under eye area looks, I don't prefer this word, but it looks crusty. I'm totally not happy about it. If you've tried this new one, let us know your experience down below, because I'm really interested. I may try it again tomorrow. I don't know if I want to go throughout the whole day with my under eyes like that, because it bothers me that they look so bad. But I might give it another try tomorrow. It's definitely not waterproof. This is the shade 10.5 Light. It's very tacky. It's got a sticky consistency to it. It covers really well, and the shade really works nice for me. You can see that shine there. But boy, that it does not look cute underneath my eyes. Also at Ulta, I was so excited to see the display for this. Maybelline did a collaboration with Nikki Tutorials on one of their Master Chrome metallic highlighters, which I had purchased one of these prior. I purchased the lightest shade in the chrome version of these, and it was just too deep for my skin tone, but I really liked the texture of it, and I had wished that they made a lighter one. This is that lighter one. It's what I have on the top of my cheekbones today. I do have a little something else kind of over the top, but for the most part, this is the highlighter I have on the high points of my face, and it's really beautiful. So it's number 250, and it is the collaboration with Nikki Tutorials. It says exclusively at Ulta on there as well. I'm kind of wishing that I would have bought two. I did hit pan on one of my, or actually I didn't hit pan, I completely used up one of my Maybelline Master holographic highlighters. It's totally different formula than this one, however, but I have a feeling that I'm going to get a lot of use out of this one. It is kind of it's a champagne, a super shiny champagne. It's pretty opaque. Buffed out on the skin, you can get a little bit more of your skin to show through. But isn't that gorgeous? It's light enough for me, and it's so pretty. And I really wish I would have bought two of them. My mom bought this as well. Then I was also able to see the full Too Faced and Tutti Frutti collection. They had a full display at the Ulta. And so I purchased one of their Comfort Lip Glazes. I originally thought these were like lip glosses, but then I went to swatch them on my hands, and they do kind of have a slight glossy type texture. But this is like really, really pigmented, and the color was kind of what got me. So I got the shade Dreamsicle, and the packaging again is super cute. This one's got watermelons on it, and it's got like a gold shimmer running through it. I got out to the truck and I immediately put it on my lips, and I had noticed I didn't have like most of my lip product was completely worn off, so I just kind of put this over it. And it kind of was a little patchy, so I'm gonna probably have to use a lip liner and fill in my lips and then go over it with this to make it look a little bit more even. It's kind of, so I was a little disappointed off the get-go, but I think if I use a lip liner and fill in my lips completely with the lip liner, it'll go on better. But it's really opaque. It's a really beautiful shade of like corally peach, and it smells, this one smells like watermelons, probably why the cap has got watermelons on it. So that is the Too Faced Tutti Frutti Comfort Lip Glaze in Dreamsicle. And then I also got one of their Twinkle liquid glitter eyeshadows, and I got the shade in Guava Glitz. I had swatched all the shades, and there was quite a few pretty shades, but I find that the sparkle in these are not as intense as the sparkle in the Stila Glitter and Glows. I like how shiny those are, because I will use these as like a shadow topper as opposed to just a shadow on the lid. I like those better, so I went with this shade here. For one, I love the packaging. I wanted to try the formula, and this one here was more unique than the other ones that I have in the Stila range. And a lot of the shades that were in the Tutti Frutti one, I have kind of a dupe shade of that in the Stila range, but the Stila has more glitter in it. So this is the shade Guava Glitz, and it's got gold, blue, purple, pink, just a real mix-up of different glitter shimmers in there. So I thought, depending on what you put it over, this is going to be a really pretty one. And again, I will use it as a topper. Kind of doesn't look like much right there. Put a little more on there. And I think depending on what kind of color it turns will really depend on the shadow that I put it over the top of. But it's a really unique one. Well, at least I felt it was. So that's the one I got. And then I figured, since this collection is, I believe, permanent, I could at least wait till there's like a sale on the website or something like that and get a discount if I want to purchase any more of these. Great packaging as well. Then at Walmart, they had the display for the Wet n Wild Halloween stuff, and they had the two highlighters that I want. I almost placed an order on the website the other day because I wanted both of these, and then I was able to find them in the store, and I was like, yes. So I got the two shades, and they both say limited edition. So there's one called Moonlit Gleam, and it kind of has a old gold green aspect to it. This one does have micro glitters in it that almost look like a purple. And I really love the Wet n Wild Mega Glow formula. It's just kind of a unique shade. It's going to be a fun one for sure. It's got a golden green type of shift to it. And then the other one, which I wasn't sure initially if this was one that came out like last year when they did the skull embossing, but this is a different one. It's called Caught in Your Web. And this one has got a purple bluish duochrome to it. And they both have that leaning more towards kind of a powder, but a baked jelly powder type of formula. And these are really great affordable highlighters from the drugstore. So that one is called Caught in Your Web, and I found these at Walmart in the Halloween display. Then with one of my Sephora orders, I went ahead and got the Too Faced Peach Tinsel Loose Sparkling Party Powder and Lipstick Set. I thought it was a good like value. It just looked really, really fun and like holiday-ish, so I went ahead and purchased it. And it comes with a tub of peach tinsel powder, loose sparkling party powder is what it's called. There's 0.42 ounces or 12 grams in the tub, and then it comes with this great big puff like this. And I actually just dumped some from the container on the little puff, and I was like putting it on my neck. That's kind of how I've used it so far, and it's just a really pretty glimmer. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you guys as well. And then it also came with a full-size lipstick, and this is in the shade Sunday Fun Day. And I had thought that I had swatched this and didn't like it, but I'm wearing it on my lips today with a new Pat McGrath lip liner, and I really like the shade. I swear I was looking at it in Sephora once and I was like, no, that's not for me, but it's a really pretty nude color. It's a kind of it feels like a comfort type matte formula. So this is what I have on my lips today. Again, it's called Sunday Fun Day. And it's a really pretty nude lipstick, and it smells like peaches, of course. And then here's the container for the powder. Much like their loose powder. It's really pretty. It's got like a sparkling peach on top. And this is like my favorite packaging for loose powders. It's got that cover over the top where you just lift it up like that and there's a peach in there. So what I did was just dump some on that little puff. I'll just put some in the lid so I can swatch it for you guys right now. So this is what the powder looks like. I just think that's a really good holiday set. Then I also purchased quite a few items from the Marc Jacobs holiday collection. He came out with a Omega Glaze all over foil luminizer. It's in a compact, the size of the bronzers. There's 0.3, what is it, 0.32 I think, 0.35 ounces of product in here. It's called 79 Guilty. And this is what the compact looks like. Super pretty. And then the back of it's white. And then there's a cover that says Marc Jacobs that comes out. And then here's your powder. I kind of went into this knowing that this was going to be too deep for a highlight on my face. But I wanted it anyways because I get sucked into the holidays, man. What can I say? And I thought that it would be good for if I wanted to do it kind of like I use the peach product and just put a little shimmer in different parts of my like décolleté and neck and stuff like that. This powder has a really thick consistency, like the texture of it is really thick and kind of heavy feeling. And usually when products feel like that, they look heavy on the skin and can kind of emphasize texture. I think this is going to be a really pretty eyeshadow, however, and I think it'll be fine like on the neck and décolleté. Ooh, there went that little piece, but there's a big mirror in there. The color itself, though, is really gorgeous. If you've purchased this and you have a deeper skin tone than me and you've used it like on the top of your cheekbones and stuff, let us know down below how it worked out for you. So you can see that looks like the consistency of an eyeshadow. Very, very pigmented and thick consistency. It is a pretty shade, however. So there's a swatch of that guy, number 79 Guilty. Also from the Marc Jacobs holiday collection, I just felt like I had to have this. I have a lot of his brushes that I use consistently, like I used one today to put on my powder foundation. I purchased the Mega Face and Body Brush. It just looks super pretty in the gold and silver type packaging, so it comes in a big box like that. I kind of thought it was going to be a round powder brush, but it's not. It's got a pinch to it. And it's super, really, really soft synthetic. The fibers on this brush are a little bit smoother than some of like his face brushes, like the Face 2 or something like that. It has a little bit more texture on the bristles. This one is more smooth. I think that this is going to be a good one for bronzing or all over powder or even buffing in all over on the face. But it's so pretty. It's number 79, the Mega brush. I'm so happy I got it. And then I also purchased two of his See-Quins Glam Glitter eyeshadows, and these are both from the holiday collection. There are two that came out, I think, that are more in his permanent collection with the black top. I purchased two shades from the holiday collection. I got the number 82 Gleam Girl, which is kind of a cool brownie taupe-ish kind of shade. And then number 80 Flashlight, which is a whitish, sparkly kind of color. I buffed that over that Master Chrome Maybelline highlighter just a bit on the top of my cheekbones. That's kind of what I have over the top because it's so shiny. I like these, but I feel like there's a little bit of a learning curve with them. With a brush, you definitely have to be mindful of fallout. I feel like they go on best kind of with a finger, but like mush it in there and then put it over the top, directly on top of primer, or either try to use them wet. Otherwise, they can get a little messy. They are packaged much like the old school Armani Eyes to Kill, which I was just on, I think it was the Neiman Marcus website, and they relaunched some Eyes to Kill pots. I don't know if they're the same formula or anything. They don't have that duo colored like the old ones do, but I'm really interested in trying those out. So there's a stopper in here that you're not supposed to discard, so you can keep pressing it. There are chunks of glitter in here which are going to make kind of the base not stick together as well. But it's really pretty. So this is the number 80 in Flashlight. I do not want to dump that out. So I'm just going to use what's on the back here to show you guys. So there it is right there. And then if I buff it out, you can see how sparkly this is. It's really pretty, but depending on how you go to apply it, they can get messy. I still want to get a couple more. And then here's number 82, Gleam Girl. I'll just do the same thing and use the cap before I drop something. So that one is Gleam Girl. Right there. And I wore this guy on the lid, and I used my finger to put it over the Tarte Shape Tape primer the other day, and it was really, really stunning. It just grabbed onto those sparkles really nice. Also from the Sephora collection, they came out with like this ice cream themed collection, and out of that whole collection, this is kind of the thing that like spoke to me. It's the Sugar Wafer palette, and there's 2 layers of product in here. Let's see, there's 2 times 0.12 ounces and 4 times 0.17 ounces of product in here. So you've got a double layer product. The top is pink and then the middle is the yellow. So the top is like the pink and the bottom is like the coral colors, like the warmer shades. Mine came broken. So I tried to repress the highlighter because it's really pretty, and I did wear this yesterday anyway, and the highlighter's stunning. The blush was really pigmented. I like went to put it on, I was like, whoa, overboard. And I had to grab my foundation brush and kind of rebuff it back into the skin. I do wish that the darker bronzier type shades in the palette were matte, because then it would be for me it would be a perfect highlight, blush, and bronzer. But the bronzer shades have quite a bit of shimmer in them, but those also might make nicer highlights for a deeper skin tone as well. So let me swatch them for you guys. You see this guy was in tough shape. This has got micro glitters in it as well, and unless you have like more of a dewier tacky foundation, those kind of brush right off, and it's kind of in a matte base. So for me, it's kind of like a matte pink blush. And then I haven't used this shade yet, but it'd be a pretty eyeshadow. And then the bottom layer, and this gold is light enough for my skin tone too, and the coral blush is really pretty. There are really fine gold shimmers in the coral blush. I don't think this was that expensive either. For some pretty nice products. So that is, look at it, and it looks like an ice cream. So that's the Sugar Wafer palette from the Sephora collection. I've already got it in my bathroom in use right now, but I'll bring it up anyway. I did purchase another one of the Drunk Elephant Umbra Tint Physical Daily Defense Sunscreen SPF 30. This is my 3rd bottle since June. I mix like a blob of it with the De Bronzy, and I use it every single day as like my moisturizer sunscreen. Then off of Nordstrom, I ordered the Chantecaille Luminescent Eye Shade, and this is in Soul. This is part of the summer collection, and I really want to get the other eyeshadow and the bronzer as well. The packaging really does me in. The products are pretty too. I was able to swatch them in Nordstrom when I was down south. They just didn't have any of the products in stock. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's like on a beach with a bunch of like umbrellas on there. You can kind of see right there. So this is the shade Soul, and there's 0.07 ounces in here. It's a really pretty shade. It goes on more pigmented and more shiny if you apply it directly to a tacky type of base. Otherwise, it's more sheer. Otherwise, you can use it kind of wet, but it's got a really pretty shine to it. It's a thinner, shinier type of formula. So that is the shade Soul from Chantecaille, and I just love the packaging. And then Milk Makeup came out with new Longwear gel eyeliners, and I have the navy blue one sitting in my Sephora bucket, but in the interim, they had sent me this in PR. They sent like this super cool pyramid type PR package, and it has all 6 of the eyeliners in there. I've got these on my waterline today. I kind of put the black down, and then there's a holographic eyeliner in here, which I kind of took over the top of the black towards the inner portion. I've had this on for quite a while, and typically, especially with a black eyeliner, I would get some transfer in this inner corner of my eyes right here. So far, so good. I don't have anything in those inner corners. There's slight fading on the outer portion, but nothing in the inner corners. I can deal with like the fading on the outer portion, but when it migrates into my like tear duct area, it drives me crazy. So I'm really hopeful on these. I am sad that there isn't like a green shade, because you guys know that I wear a green eyeliner constantly on the waterline, but the formula so far has been posing promising. And if that black doesn't end up in my tear duct over a couple times of usage, you guys will probably end up seeing them in another video. I'll bring it up, but let me go ahead and swatch the shades. I have been, swatching makeup on my hand, and I had swatched these earlier in the day. I wanted to see like what all of the colors were before I put them on my waterline, and I still have remnants of here, even though I've like scrubbed it. Tried to scrub it. So anyway, they're posing to be promising. Let me swatch the shades for you guys. What else I thought was cool was one of the ends, they come off and there's a smudger, but this also pulls out, and there is a sharpener in there as well. Same end. There's a sharpener. So I thought that was really nice. There is 0.09 0.01 ounces of product inside of the pencil. So this first shade is called CEO, and then the end of the pencil, one of the ends of the pencil has the shades on there. So if you put them in a little cup or something, you can see what shade you're going to grab. This is the brown shade. They're very, very creamy. And if they're lasting like this on the waterline and they're this creamy, I feel like some people who like to use pencils on the upper like lash line are really going to like these. Then this next one is PTO, and this one's a legit holographic eyeliner. There are little micro glitters in this one. I went over the black with this today. Shoot. So this one is PTO. Very soft. Don't push on it as hard as I did. I don't think I've ever seen like a holographic eyeliner like in a pencil form. Then we've got Biz, B-I-Z, and this is a navy shade. A really deep navy color. The next one is called Bonus, and this is a shimmering brown color. Also has like little tiny gold shimmers in it. Possibly, I guess I'd call them micro glitters almost. Then the black shade is called Boss. B-O-S-S. Very, very black. And then the last one is like a matte nude shade, and it is called BCC. And it is a flesh tone nude color right there. So these are promising. I really hope they do more shades, because like I'm really happy with how they look on my eyes for this long of wear that I've had them on. I did not have these on my waterline when I went outside earlier. My eyes were like watering like a fountain, however. But I want one in a green. So big thank you to Milk Makeup for sending over their new Longwear gel eyeliners. If you've tried these, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let us know how they're working out for you as well. Next up, I placed a Pat McGrath order off of her website. She released tinted balms, and so I purchased the 3-pack of like the lightest nude shades. When I got them, I was wishing that I would have just went and bought the mega bundle with every shade, because they're really pretty, easy to wear, and I bet those deeper shades are going to be shades that a person can wear who's kind of not really used to or doesn't wear a lot of those deeper shades. It's going to be an easier one to pull off. So I was like, dang it, I should have just went and bought the whole bundle. But anyway, I also purchased one of her lip pencils, and that's what I have on my lips today with that Too Faced lipstick. This is the Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil in the shade Buff, and I really like it. These are creamier and a little bit, they glide on a bit easier than the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheats. I like to put them on and kind of give them a minute to set though, because if I go right in with a lip product, it'll kind of smear the liner. I feel like these pencils just need a minute to set before going in with lipstick. So this is the shade Buff right here, and I have it on my lips today, and I really love the shade. And then here are the 3 Lip Fetish Sheer Color Balms, and I swatched all of these on my hand last night when I opened up the package. And then when I went to wipe them off, maybe 10 minutes later, I did notice they have a skin staining effect. So if the balm does kind of wear off, it's going to leave a little bit of a stain to your lips. So this first one I totally can't pronounce. It's number 523 SUCCEXY. Successy? I don't know. So anyway, this one is the deepest out of the 3 that I got. It's kind of a terracotta type of shade. And I did have one of these on earlier before I put on this lip, and they feel really nice and hydrating. They feel super nice. I'm like, I wish I would have just bought the big set. I should have just bought the big set. I mean, you can't go wrong with Pat McGrath. Now, this next one is number 524, Passion Flower. And this is, I think this was probably my favorite shade. It's like a light peach. Just a really pretty shade. And then the last of the 3 is number 521, Blow Up. This one might be the deepest one. This one's kind of got a mauvey beige tint to it. Right there. That one would go perfect with the Buff lip liner. So those are the 3 in the light shade range of the trio, because you did save you saved a few dollars if you bought them in like a bundle off her website, so that's kind of why I went that route. And then next up, I did get the KKW Beauty eyeshadow palette in Classic Bloom. I love her eyeshadow palettes. This is the third one that she's come out with, and I have the other two, and I love them. The correlation of colors in these palettes in terms of mattes, shimmers, lights, medium, dark, the tones, the correlation of it is just put together really, really well. And in addition to that, the shadows themselves work really well for me. And they're also magnetized, so they come out of the palette if you want to put them in like a Z palette or something. When they're removable like that, I just feel like it's a really nice touch. But this is the newest one. It's got like berry tones in it. I have very little fallout when I use it. There's nice, you know, matte brow bone shades, blend out shades, crease shades, and then some really beautiful shimmers in there. This one's got 4 shimmers, and then this shade right here has got some sparkles infused in it, but the base of it is matte, and I did use that shade, and for me, the shimmers in that shade didn't really translate, so it kind of went on as a matte eyeshadow for me. So ideally, I would say that there's 4 like metallic shimmers in this palette. So let me go ahead and swatch these. I'm going to show them next to the other 2 palettes too, so you guys can kind of see some of the shade differences between the 3. I really like her palettes, you guys. These next ones. So pretty. These ones. They're really pigmented, they blend well. Super nice. Oh, I figured that if I hold my hand at a diagonal, you can get all the shades in the shot. I figured that out in my last video. So that one is the KKW Classic Blossom, which I believe they just restocked it as well. I do wish she would have switched up the color of the packaging from her other eyeshadow palette that she came out with. It's the same. This one doesn't have a name. For reference for you guys, here are all 3 of her shadow palettes together. Classic Bloom is over here, and then the gray one is the Mario collaboration, and the middle one is just called Eyeshadow Palette. I don't know what the official name of that middle one is, but I love all 3 of these eyeshadow palettes. They're a palette that has got, I guess, everything for a complete eye look for me in terms of mattes, shimmers, and gradation of tones is just really good. I think I'm going to go ahead and end my haul there. I've got the new Kylie and Jordan palette. I've got that on my eyes today mixed with the new Viseart Grand Pro Volume 2. I want to do a dedicated video on the Grand Pro 2, but I definitely want to use it more. There are so many shades in there that I really want to get a good feel for the palette before I do a video on that. I've just got so many things that I haven't used yet that I need to do a video on. Those Huda Beauty gem palettes, I can't believe, there's some beautiful shades in there, and I can't believe I haven't even swatched them yet. What? Slacking. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.